Hi, welcome to Common Hawthorne, or welcome back. I'm Kenneth, and I am doing a VR to Toadstool Tarot of his hashtag MajorFavorites. This was a lot of fun, and I went through all of my, or nearly all of my decks, trying to pick out my favorite of each major arcana card, which is the challenge. And I really did limit myself to one, although I have a few runner-ups that I'll also share. First is the Fool from the Sacrobito Tarot, and then from the Tarot of Delphi is the Magician. And then for the High Priestess is the This Might Hurt tarot deck. And for the Empress is the Commonplace Tarot. For the Emperor is Sacrobito again. For Hierophant is the Spacious Tarot. For the Lovers is the Tarot of the Magical Forest, with two runners-up. The Spacious Tarot, which I think part of my choice for the Lovers is that it not be heteronormative, and this, by omitting any kind of figures, does the twinned interchange really nicely. But then also from the Numinous Tarot is this, which I think is a lovely card and a great idea, although moving the idea of a choice from an either or to a multivariate choices is somehow realistic, and yet also there are times when we really do have binary choices. So anyway, that's a runner-up. For the Chariot, again, Sacrobito. So I'm just look at that power, movement, energy. You really have to be on top of things to keep control of that Chariot. And I have a runner-up which is totally not the energy of a chariot, but I just love the image, and that's from the John Bower Tarot. For Strength, again, we have the Magical Forest, and I love that this, the lamb is a stand-in, the sheep is a stand-in for human. That's what all of these cards are like. But for me, it has the added resonance of the lion lying down with the lamb. And that's why this one made it. So for Hermit is the Tarot of Dur. I forgot to look up which saint that is, that it's copied or, inspired by. But the runner-up is the Centennial Rider-Waite-Smith, because this is the only Rider-Waite-Smith that, Pixies, only one of Pixies that made it. This is just so iconic. So for Wheel of Fortune, again, the Delphi, which they have renamed Threads of Fate. And for some reason, I really like this reinterpretation. For Justice, the Spacious Tarot again. The idea that it's, cause and effect. You toss a stone in water and you're going to get rings. For the Hanged One, again, the Spacious Tarot, it is just so different. Oh, and I forgot to pull the 5-cent tarot. Let me get that. There's the runner-up. A couple of kind of animal or nature decks do the Hanged Man as, a chrysalis or an opossum or something, and so this is an honorable mention. Death is the pagan otherworlds. Similar to some Marseille decks, just what joy. He's just swinging that scythe. Anyway, I love that. For 14, Temperance is the This Might Hurt tarot deck. I've spoken in other videos about how lovely I think this angel is. For the Devil is the Saceribedo. This is the card that when I saw it, I thought, I am buying that deck. And then it will be no surprise, or it will tell you something about me when I show you that the runner-up is from the Lightseers Tarot. I have noticed that this pair of devils is not uncommon favorites, and that this specific devil card shows up a lot. For the Tower is a card from the Ostara Tarot, which is a collaborative deck among four artists. And there's a runner-up with the St. Jinx Arcana. It's a pretty typical image, but there's something about the style of his illustration that I think works really well for this. So for the Star is the John Bauer Tarot. And for the Moon is, again, another card from Ostara. And for the Sun is one of my favorite paintings from the Tarot of Delphi, with a couple of runner-ups. There's the Numinous Tarot, and then the Orion's Tarot. This is one of only two lightly colored cards in the deck. For Judgment, there are refigurings of the card in a number of decks, but I really like this from the Numinous. Yes, this is the Numinous, which they have retitled Awakening, and a runner-up from the Spacious Tarot. Similar idea. And finally, for the World, from the Orion's Tarot. I like that motion. And so that is my selection of a set of majors from a variety of decks in response to Toadstool Tarot. Again, my name is Kenneth, and this is Common Hawthorne. Thank you for visiting. Hit like or subscribe, and you'll see me again.